Hi friends, we have already discussed about the current through conductor. Now we are going to discuss about Ohm's law. A basic law regarding flow of current through conductor was discovered by G.S. Ohm in 1828, long before the physical mechanism responsible for flow of current was discovered. So it's a Ohm's law. It's a 3.4 Ohm's law, somewhere 1828. He was not knowing the physical mechanism responsible for flow of currents, but still this law was discussed there. Now imagine a conductor. This is conductor we are imagining. Just do these two squares are there, and we can join it. This is now in this conductor. A is area, L is length, V is the potential difference, and I is the current passing through it. A is area, L is length, V is potential difference, I is current passing through it. Then Ohm stated V is directly proportional, or current passing through conductor is directly proportional to potential difference across the end of the conductor. V directly proportional to I, or I directly proportional to V. Therefore, V is equal to IR. It is current directly proportional to voltage. Same manner we can say that voltage proportional to current. So here, current flowing through the conductor is directly proportional to the potential drop across the ends of the conductor. Here R is called as resistance of the conductor. This is known as resistance of the conductor. Its a SI unit is ohms. As the honor to scientist, it's given. SI unit is given as ohms. This R depends on size and shape or dimensions of the material and temperature of surrounding also. It is also the characteristics of particular material. So resistance of the material depends on material itself, then physical dimensions of the conductor and temperature of the surrounding. Let us determine the dependence of R on physical dimensions. For that one, we consider one conductor. This is one conductor. Just connect. Fine. So V is I is current, V is potential drop, A is area, L is length. Here R in this case is equal to V by R. Now I am taking two conductors of same dimension. It is one here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. Another one I join it here. But I have done in this one, both of them are equal. This is L, this is length. But then A is same. Area of cross section is same. Two conductors, they are joined together. In fact, they are in series. These two are in series. Therefore, current to them will remain same. Current remains same. No change. Remain same. But potential between them is here V1 and V2. Therefore, V is equal to V1 plus V2. Both are identical. It's V effective is equal to V combination is equal to, it becomes 2V. Potential of combination becomes 2V. Therefore, R of the combination is equal to V combination by I, which is 2V by I, which is equal to R. R combination becomes R double. It simply indicates that when the length is double, resistance becomes double. We conclude that R is directly proportional to length. Let us discuss area dependence of the conductor. Area. In case of area, we divide same conductor. This is one conductor. What I am going to do this one. This I divide into two parts. It means that I am making it. This is one. Another one is here. When I join it here, this became A by 2. Length remains same. Again, I divide its area. This is also A by 2. When we join them together, they are in parallel. These two are in parallel. In case of parallel, current gets divided. The current I, total current I, through this one it will become I by 2. Through this one it will become I by 2. Because they are identical in all respect. Material and dimension, they are identical. So current becomes I by 2. But V does not change. Again in this case, V combination is equal to V divided by I by 2. It means that 2V by I, which is equal to 2R. R combination is equal to 2R. It simply indicates when area was half, then the resistance becomes double. It means that the resistance is inversely proportional to area. In such case, resistance is inversely proportional to area. When we combine them together, resistance is directly proportional to L and inversely proportional to area. We can write it that R is equal to rho. This is called as, rho is known as constant resistivity of the material or specific resistance of the material. Rho is known as specific resistance of the material. Rho is Ra by L. Unit of SI unit of this one is ohm meter, because this meter square and meter will get cancelled. So SI unit of this one is ohm meter. SI unit of rho is ohm meter. Now, this is called as a specific resistance. This is known as specific resistance. Specific resistance is defined as resistance per unit area per unit length. It becomes the definition of specific resistance. Specific resistance of conductor is defined as resistance of the conductor per unit area per unit length. Now, this was the Ohm's law in a scalar form. Now, let us see, there is a Ohm's law in vector form also. What is the Ohm's law in vector form? We already discussed, that is, V is equal to IR. Ohm's law in vector form. Ohm's law in vector form. V is equal to IR. R is equal to rho L by T. Therefore, V is equal to I rho L divided by T. But we all know V is equal to E into L. Therefore, E into L is equal to I L rho by E. This is getting cancelled. E is equal to I by E into rho. This I by E is called as J, current density. What is the current density? Current density What is the meaning of current density? The current per unit area normal to the direction of current is called as current density. Current density J is equal to current per unit area normal to the direction of current is called as current density. Current per unit area normal to the direction of current is called as. So we get it here, E is equal to J rho. This is current density. But rho, if I take it, I can write this rho as J is equal to, I can take it as 1 by rho by E. Reciprocal of resistivity, 1 by rho is resistivity, is nothing but conductivity. That becomes a conductivity and with sigma E. So J is equal to sigma into E. This is Ohm's law in vector form. Current density is conductivity into the field. So this is in vector form. J is a vector, E is a vector. So therefore, Ohm's law in vector form is J, current density, is equal to conductivity into electrical field or electrical intensity. J is current, E is also, J is current density, E is field. That's all about this. Thank you.